I mean, I have so many people who really, look at and see what I've done to my car, and they say this is a dream car for them, and this is a dream for them to come true. So my first car, I got it when I was 17 years old. My father bought this car for my sister, supposedly to be for her. But since she doesn't know how to drive, I kept the position of the car. And I was using it, for the house, for the family, taking my sister, driving her around, trying to teach her how to drive. Anyway, I kept the car for like 2, 3 years. And it was my first responsibility, to look after the car. You have a flat tire, you have to go fix it, some mechanical problems. I remember once I removed the carburetor to clean it. I never be able to put it back, so I had to get the help from my father. And we used to sometimes remove even the speaker and the radio and the battery to have some music system where when we are outside. So it was a kind of my first experience in cars until the car was later on hopeless. Nothing left from the car to survive. So I gave it away and I got another car. During this period, I changed few cars, but the last one I had was a 1985 BMW 320. It was automatic. It was in mint condition. It was used, and it was really neat, nice and clean car. I used to wash it every Sunday in front of my house and keep it neat and clean. When I moved to Dubai in 1994, the first thing I got my driving license, I bought Jeep Wrangler. It was a fun experience. It's a very heavy duty car. It's very reliable, but it's not does not reflect my personality and my character. I also kept it for like 3 years only. Then 1997, when the 156 was just launched, I got the first one in U.A.E. It was the car that I used to smile when I drive it. And believe me, it took 1 year until I saw another car on the road. There were only few cars that time, Alfa Romeos in Dubai. So later on, I sold it because the car needs a lot of attention, needs somebody to have more time for it. Later on, I got Audi, I got other cars, so many. Few years ago, I felt I need to make my own passion, my own project for the car that I feel like I want to dedicate time and love to it. This is when I bought my Julia, my GTV. And I start posting things on Instagram. People start, as finding me. And amazingly, there are a lot of Alfisti in Dubai, but you don't see them, you don't meet them. They have the passion for Alfa Romeo. Until I get contacted by one guy who saw my car under process. He was chasing me for 1 year to meet me since the car was in Abu Dhabi and I was in Dubai. So I used to travel to Abu Dhabi every Saturday for 1 year and a half just to do the work in the car directly, getting involved in the parts and the process. So we get into the guys who love the Alfa Romeo together. And later on, I created our own group, a small group called Alfa Romeo, Classic Alfa Romeo U.A.E. And we make drive, we do drive on the season, we get together, we host breakfast, we talk, we chat, we discuss our common passion and love for Romeo. So the start, it was like that, and later on it expanded, and I always been invited to so many Alfa Romeo events in Italy, in Switzerland, in Germany. So I travel around the world. I even attended Alfa Romeo and during the race in Bahrain, and I was hosted by Alfa Romeo Middle East. So it was kind of, part of the passion. And many people in Italy and Germany, they call me number one Alfisti in U.A.E. I mean, I have so many people who really, look at and see what I've done to my car. And they say this is a dream car for them. And this is a dream for them to come true, because they always, dream to have such a car and to have it built in the way that I did mine. Look, I grown up, of course, but it is the feeling, when you drive such a car, such a beauty. It has a style, the character. I mean, it's something that you cannot describe by word. Driving, dressed up nicely, car is clean, driving it to office. That's amazing feeling. I mean, people look at you and give you a thumb up. I mean, for such nice and neat looking beauty, passion cars. It's different. Look, like I said, I started driving when I was 12. And I loved cars since I was young. I used to have, the matchbox small cars. Used to paint them, also change the color, using my mother nail polish even. So it was like I had it when I was young. And at the age of 17, when I got my first car, I did some, small things with a small budget as a student, until I start, getting more and more involved into cars. I always had a dream. I want to build my own. I want to make my own with the sweat, with really the way I want it. So when I got the idea and I started searching for cars that they were in my mind, I had the 280 SEL also as a project in my mind. But by the time I start, thinking of it, the prices went so high. So I decided to go for something that I can afford. And I wanted a nice car with a character and with charisma. I went to Italian website searching for cars, and I looked for like 6 months until I decided I want the Bertone. I wanted the Giulia. From the Giulia, there are so many different variation types, engine, year. There is a step nose. There is the one I have. Until I found that car, I said, whatever it is, in whatever condition, I'm going to get the car. Luckily, I got the car with the matching numbers. So the engine, transmission, differential, all matching original. I even have a certificate from Alfa Romeo Museum that this car is all matching. So now I can't wait for the car to be ready, to be presented, and its final look as original with, let's say, original, nothing changed, but with enhancement, let's say, better improving without changing the main things in the car. Look, my car, I'm sure everybody in Dubai know the car. They know the car more than they do know me. But because I drive the car every day almost when the season allows, and I take it to every event, so I'm kind of active, not only within our group, within our community. I even participate on most of the drive of Dubai drives, which is a nice event. They do it when we are on the season. So it's very well known U.A.E. They know the car. They see the car always on the road, and they are surprised. The car runs. I mean, I drive it to Jabal Jade, to Jabal Hafid, drive it everywhere. No problem, no issue.